The 2025 Emmys were full of glamour, big wins, and the usual sparkle of Hollywood's brightest names. But beneath the polished speeches and glittering red carpet moments, there was another story making the rounds, a story that put Meghan Markle in the spotlight without her even being in the room. It all began inside the ceremony itself, when Nate Bargatze, hosting with his trademark quiet humor, dropped what may go down as one of the most unexpected lines of the night. While riffing between award categories, Bargatze leaned into a playful observation about how celebrities sometimes reinvent themselves over and over. The crowd chuckled, waiting for his punchline. Then, with a smirk, he slipped in, "That's just what she's become." The audience laughed, but it wasn't the usual warm, carefree laughter. This one carried an edge, half amusement, half recognition. Because everyone knew exactly who Bargatze was talking about. Meghan Markle. The cameras didn't name her, but the tension in the room gave it away. A few celebrities could even be seen exchanging side glances, one or two trying not to laugh too openly. What made the moment sharper was how unlike Bargatze it was. He's not a comedian known for targeting individuals, much less polarizing ones. And yet, the line landed so naturally, as if it had been waiting for him to say it out loud. The sting wasn't in exaggeration or cruelty, it was in the simplicity of the phrase. Meghan, once touted as a breath of fresh air in royal circles, was now being framed as a product of reinvention after reinvention, a brand of her own making, until she became a caricature of what she once stood for, and that was only the beginning. As the ceremony ended and stars flowed into the after-parties, the chatter continued. Whispers swirled about Meghan's cool reception in Hollywood, something that had been noted in recent weeks at industry mixers and premieres. Guests hinted quietly that the Duchess's attempts to carve a new place in Hollywood's tight-knit circles weren't exactly hitting the warm welcome she might have imagined. It was then, in one of his casual asides backstage, that Bargatze once again fanned the flames. Speaking in his signature laid-back style, he joked, "Some stars get warmer receptions than others in this town. Sometimes the room just tells you the truth." The line was light, even harmless on the surface, but in context it carried weight. Those who had heard the backstage whispers knew exactly who was being referenced. The cameras didn't need to pan to Meghan, her absence was enough. Bargatze's quip echoed what others were already suggesting, that Meghan's Hollywood chapter wasn't playing out with the same warmth and buzz that greeted her in earlier days. What's striking is how gentle the shade was. There were no harsh insults, no direct call-outs. And yet, both moments cut deeper precisely because they didn't need to be loud. The quiet humor matched the quiet reality, that Meghan Markle may be slipping into the background of Hollywood, noticed more for absence than presence, more for reinvention than substance. As clips of Bargatze's quips hit YouTube and Instagram, fans quickly picked up the thread. Some laughed along, insisting the comedian was simply saying what many had been thinking. Others wondered if the Emmys had gone too far in letting Meghan become a punchline. Hashtags like #NateAtTheEmmys, #MeghanShade, and #EmmysWhispers began trending. Fueled by split-second camera reactions and whispered guest comments from the after-parties, the irony in all of this is clear. Meghan Markle wasn't even there, and yet her shadow loomed over one of the biggest nights in television. With one host's casual lines and a few overheard remarks, the Emmys painted a picture of a duchess who has drifted from center stage to sidelines, from applause to avoidance, whether or not Meghan responds.